Hello, welcome to another vlog. I've had to move because I was above a weir, which is very noisy. Anyway, welcome back to Bath. Those who've been with me a while will recognise the famous bridge. I've forgotten the name. I'll caption it. I've had a couple of glasses tonight with my meal. Anyway, welcome to another vlog. Have I said that? Not a good way to start, is it? Well, I hope this is action-packed for you. I don't know if there'll be a lot of fashion, but there is a bit of beauty, and there is a bit of Bath, and there are 3 movie reviews because I couldn't choose. The selection that Sky Cinema gave me, I ended up watching them all. So yes, watch this space. And as usual, like, oh God, I'm cutting myself off. I'd love to know what you've been watching. Sorry about the state of my hair, but that's because I'm at the Gainsborough again, the only hotel and spa. That lovely bridge. Portney Bridge. The only hotel and spa, and what am I like? The only hotel in Bath that has the Roman baths thermal water in its pool. So I've had one of those with the tap on my shoulders. It's a bit like Lanzarote all over again. Can you hear? You see there's music just everywhere. This is a very pretty they're little alleyways like this all over Bath. I'm taking you down this so I can show you my lovely hotel. This is my room with a view before I move because it's too noisy to talk to you all. This is much better. I haven't unpacked yet. There isn't a view of other people swimming, and very happy I am too. Do you think they're ghosties because I'm in the attic? That would fit in very nicely with one of my film reviews from Sky Cinema. Keep watching Ghosties. I might go on a ghost walk. The film put me in the mood. All right, my lovelies, speak later. Here we are. Oh, God, there's somebody talking in my ear. Here we are. Beautiful sunny warm day, and I'm on my way round the city on an open deck bus tour. So excited. Oh, and instead of me chattering, because I'll be listening to her, I'll do it to music, if you forgive me this one time. You probably know by now that I'm a proud member of the Sky Cinema Club, so I get to review one of the Sky movies every month. Well, this month was a bit tricky. They gave me a choice of 3. I watched all the trailers and I couldn't choose. And I said, do you mind? Can I review them all? So I'll try and keep it short. I do want you to join in. If you've seen any of them. But the first one I had to see was Bruce Willis starring in, I think it's his penultimate movie. Poor man has aphasia. I hope I've pronounced that right. He's been diagnosed with that, which will impair his speech, cognition and movement. I'm going to put this down now because it makes bleepy noises. So I thought the film I'm reviewing, Deadlock, was going to be his last movie, but I think it's his penultimate movie. I know he always plays the same sort of parts, but I've just loved him from Die Hard to Pulp Fiction to, oh my God, yes, he was in, I have to check, The Fifth Element. I'm so bad with names. We'll forget Die Hard 2, 3, 4, 5 and whatever. But I just loved watching him, and he always seemed to be enjoying himself and with a great sense of humour. So, Bruce Willis plays a baddie. He's not saving the world. His illness has really affected the role he plays, because he was sitting for most of it and he didn't have that many lines. The hero of Deadlock is a rather handsome man, Patrick Muldoon. Have you heard of Patrick Muldoon? Bit of a hunk. He played Mac Carr. He's the hero. He's, what did they call him? He's ex-ranger. Anyway, basically the plot is that Bruce Willis and a load of terrorists, there's an awful violent opener, and then it all makes sense as to why the violent opener happened, because they keep having flashbacks. But basically, Bruce is out for revenge, his character rather, and with a load of terrorists, they take over a dam, they hold a hostage kids from a school bus, all the employees. He was an absolute psycho, so you really wanted him dead, basically. And he kept releasing more and more gates, so the whole towns were being flooded. Why does it take the police so long to get there? A. B, really annoys me when there's bad continuity though. Our hero Mac, the ex-ranger, was trying to save the world. I mean, he managed to kill, he must have killed about 30 baddies. I couldn't understand how there were any left, because not that many went in. Things like that annoy me. And he killed somebody and took their gun, big machine gun, and then in the next shot he had a little handgun, and I'm like, why would you leave the machine gun? So things like that annoy me, but it did have a good ending, and I did keep watching, and I'm afraid I can only give it 2 stars, which seems to be in agreement with all the critics. However, if you're a Bruce Willis fan and you like bang bang shoot shoot kill kill hostages type thrillers, dramas, it's worth a watch on a wet Sunday, definitely. Now on with the next movie. I'll be dressed differently for the next one because they're not out yet as I'm recording this. So the second of my trio of new movies, in fact, this one I'm just about to tell you about only came out on Sky Cinema 2 days ago, but I was really looking forward to seeing it because it had such brilliant reviews. It's called Fireheart. It's an animation. I'm not usually a big fan of animation, but I absolutely loved it. I think it definitely a 4 out of 5. It's nearly a 5 out of 5. I absolutely loved it, and it's something you can watch with your kids, especially girls, because it's all about lovely young Georgia, whose dad used to be a firefighter in New York, and it's set in 1920. And she desperately wants to be a firefighter like her dad, but he tells her she's not allowed to be a firefighter because she's a girl. So there's all that message in it. You'll get to the end and find out when they actually had the first female firefighters in New York, and you will be shocked, as indeed was I. Anyway, no spoiler alerts here. She has a gorgeous doggy. The animation's wonderful. The plot's terrific. It's got sort of ghostly things going on, which is brilliant for my next review. It's got gunk in it, it's got chases, it's got evil person, it's got a very annoying mayor, and my favourite character was Captain Neil, played by Scott Humphreys. a very, very camp New York cop. I just loved him. So I laughed a lot, as well as cried a bit, but then you know I cry at everything. So yes, I got that right. Brooklyn, 1920. I think that's all I have to say. Oh yes, of course, the most important thing is who were the voices behind the characters. Olivia Cooks is Georgia. William Shatner's in it. He plays the detestable mayor, Jimmy Murray, horrible man. And Kenneth Branagh plays her dad. I didn't recognise any of the voices. I think they're all absolutely brilliant. I'm astonished that I loved an animation so much. But I have to say, when I saw the trailer way back before I got a chance to watch the film, it did look right up my street, and it is right up my street, and it may well be well up your street. And don't forget, you can see the trailer yourself, link below. So next time I see you, I will be reviewing something to do with the Ghostbusters. More later. So, last review from the movies I've watched for Sky Cinema, and I've kept the best till last. It's called Ghostbusters Afterlife. It was huge at the box office. It did so much better than the second version of Ghostbusters that they did in 2016, and I absolutely loved it. Sadly, I can't link back to a Ghostbusters walk in Bath because they don't exist anymore, so maybe the pandemic got rid of that one. However, right, this is very close to a 5. The only reason it's not a 5, 4 3/4 stars, if there is such a thing. The only reason it's not an actual 5 is because I didn't expect it to be so teenage-led. Once I'd got over the fact that the film is mostly about the teenagers, I loved it. So the teenagers themselves, you will know, if you've seen Stranger Things, you will know Finn Wolfhard. He's the older teenager. But I was very taken with his younger sister, Phoebe, because she was a nerd. She was the most brilliant nerd. And I'm not used to seeing a girl in that role, so I absolutely loved it. No spoiler alerts. Anyway, they all have to move to Oklahoma. They then discover strange things are happening in Phoebe's room, like somebody's playing chess with her overnight and moving the pieces. So it is quite ghosty. And of course, they discover that their grandfather was one of the original Ghostbusters. So that is the link. I'm not going to spoil the end, but oh my God, it was just such a thrill. I wish there had been more of the end in the middle, but you'll see what I mean when you get there. So you're in for some very, very lovely surprises. I don't need to tell you more, really, do I? You only have to look at the cast to know that there will be an appearance, but I'm not going to tell you how the appearance happens. Anyway, so basically, that's it. That's the plot. It's another Ghostbusters. There's constant earthquakes in the town. Well, they're not earthquakes. They're ghost maneuvers, but they seem like earthquakes. Paul Rudd, Hunk, plays the kids' teacher and has a liking for their mum and gets very involved with all the ghost busting. I'm sure you've seen the trailer below, but I'm sure you've seen the trailer all over the place. He gets very involved with ghost busting. So the old car comes out. I can't tell you too much because it's really brilliant. I thoroughly recommend this for any age, anyone who liked the original Ghostbusters. I wasn't a massive fan, but I'm more of a fan now, and I'm going to have to dig it out and watch it again. Definitely nearly a 5 out of 5. There's not much else I can tell you. Beautiful scenery, good script, good plot, good direction, good everything. Nearly 5 stars from me. There's only one way to see the Royal Crescent, and that's to walk there. It only took me 10 minutes from the Gainsborough. Well worth the plod up the hill. This is the noisiest, beautiful park I've ever been in. Desperate to do Monday mindfulness here, but there's birdsong, but planes, cars, people, but more importantly, while I walk around, I forgot to tell you, the Royal Crescent is where they filmed a lot of Bridgerton. So for all those Bridgerton fans, here's the Crescent again. Can't wait to watch. I haven't watched the second series yet. Ooh, look, I've been shopping. It's very muggy out. Oh, I love it, but it might rain. Anyway, look at these beauties. I have needed new trainer walking for 15,000 steps or whatever shoes for a while now. I do like my Vivo barefoot, but they're difficult to get into because they have to fit your feet brilliantly. But these are Skechers, but they're new Skechers. Wait for this. I saw them advertised and the shop in Bath actually, had my size. They're perfect for people with a high arch like me. Podiatrist designed shape, insole developed for high arches. Look at that arch. So hopefully, it's like walking on air, girls and boys. And I can put them on easily when I want to power walk in the morning. So I can even, can you see? Yes, you can, just. I can even wear them, with a smart dress if I'm walking loads. Yeah, very happy with those. And 80 quid, so not stupid prices. They're still being made in China, Cambodia, Vietnam, but what to do? At least they're properly designed and fitting nicely. And the other thing I bought, because I'm reading again since the holiday, was the second Richard Osman, The Man Who Died Twice. Now, I did it on an audiobook last time and it didn't work for me because I kept falling asleep and missing part of the plot, so reading proper books now. Well, I'm getting ready to see Russell Brand tonight. I'm actually wearing a dress. It's so annoying that I can't get far enough back and this hasn't got a wider angle. Right, it's really dark now, but I just, because it's pouring with rain, wanted to show you this amazing Mac that rolls into nothing. I literally brought a weekend case with me, pissing with rain, so I best put that on. But this dress also looks amazing with my ancient black leather jacket, bought from Zara in Barcelona like 100 years ago, probably 20 years ago. Still going strong, good quality. So look in the shops, the cheaper shops like Mango and Zara, they're still doing reasonably priced leather jackets. And that's where the red tinted glasses come in. Glad I brought them. Right, okay, well, Mac on, I'm afraid, tonight. Mac on and a big umbrella. Off to see Russell. Oh, there he is. Green hats, green hats, green hats, green hats. There he is. Right, well, what was I going to tell you? I'm wearing my new shoes. I've worn only half the clothes and I bought so little. I'll try and wear them all before I leave and I'll do quick tiny bit because this vlog is going on far too long. But just to let you know, Russell Brand was superb. It was the best night. It was like the coming of the second Lord. He was so mobbed by people. He was unbelievably mobbed. During the interval, he did photos and hugs with hundreds of people. Look at this shot. And after the show, he walked around and I got really close to him, but I didn't get a hug. But it was a fabulous show, absolutely brilliant. And if your politics align with his, then you'll just go, oh my God, why don't we have him as the Prime Minister? Yeah, really, really, really good. Really glad I made the effort. And sort of, well, that's it. I'm going to the Fashion Museum tomorrow. But I think this is going on so long, I might keep that for you for the following week, if that's all right. And any more outfits that I brought with me, I will show you the following week. We'll see how the time goes. But just another little top tip for you, because the weather's been really hot, but today, my penultimate day, it's a little bit windy, which is unusual. You know, I'm used to that in Brighton, up on the hill. But it's very warm as well when you're not in the wind and the shade. It's one of those typical English summer's day. But what, no, I'm not going to undo this, but you know this shirt. I got it in Lanzarote. But another top tip for ever-changing weather is I wear a little vest underneath, because it's not quite warm enough to have just a bra. Little vest, and then if I'm sitting in the park and it's very, very, very warm, I can just strip off, because it looks like, well, it is. It's a little vestie that I keep to keep me warm in the summer. And then I will tie my, hang on, show you this, my Adidas. This was admired by a guy in Boots collecting his methadone at 8:30 in the morning, and he was, I love your jacket, I want that jacket, I love your jacket, oh my God. I got this in Portland, Oregon, at a pre-loved shop, and it's just like my most precious jacket in the world. So this will go round my waist, and then if it gets really chilly, or I want to sit and the grass is damp, or whatever, I'm good to go. Right, pop back again. Haven't quite finished yet. I didn't manage to wear this, although I think it's a lovely outfit, but the only hot day was the dress day. But these, there's been a lot of love for them after I did the unpacking video on Instagram, because look, oh, ow, look at these quirky bottoms. You can't really see. They're so cute, and they're linen, so they're really good for hot weather. And lots wanted to know where I got them from. Unfortunately, Melbourne. And like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, they're made by Banana Blue. So Aussie brand, have a look if you really love them. I really love them, and I'm really sorry I only brought them and didn't wear them. I did wear the trousers with the t-shirt though when it was hot and I was on the bus. So this I'm wearing to go home in, with a little vest underneath, which is like a top tip if the weather's funny. Oh, we've been there, haven't we? I've already told you that. And I forgot to say, this Mac, you're all going to ask where I got this lovely Mac from. It was from Goodwood Revival years ago, and it hasn't even got a brand name. It was one of those little market stores, best Mac ever. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you see any of the movies I reviewed, and I will see you very soon. Yes, next week, everything that I did on my last day in Bath, well, half a day, I will share with you next week, because this is going on way too long. All right, take care, my lovelies, and thank you for following me. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends. Instagram is exploding, so I must get all those people on Instagram over to here, because they like the chat. All right, my lovelies, take care. Big love. Mwah.